Don't look down. Except running into my mother.
The all-new Amazing Race premieres CBS Monday, March 11th.
CBS Sports coverage of the road to the Final Four is sponsored by Microsoft, helping you make the connections that make your business agile. Software for the agile business from Microsoft. AT&T Long Distance. Let your long distance be unlimited. And by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Number one, Kansas has missed 7 consecutive shots, and not helping the cause today for the Jayhawks, Drew Gooden. He has not scored a field goal in the last 21 minutes. He also, John, has no rebounds in the second half.
And he has not won in the Hearn Center in his Kansas now in his junior season.
That was for a tie. Heinrich shoving it the other way. Great steal by Rush, who steps out of bounds.
And Jeff Boschee back in for personal fouls. We will see if he can get his shot going. Oh, good camera work there. The heels are on the line. Right heel. Good hustle, though, by Rush. Heinrich looking to attack again.
Rebounding even at 32 apiece. Turnovers, 12 for Kansas, 11 for Missouri. Gooden, Heinrich, Boschee, Miles, and Simeon. A couple freshmen out there for the Jayhawks. Great pass by Gooden. Heinrich couldn't convert. Rebound by Johnson. Rush to tie. Boschee with the rebound.
Will not miss many of those. Point blank. Yeah, you wonder if Boschee, who has fresh legs but really has not been involved in this game. We'll see how he responds. He has shot the ball so well last few weeks.
He knocks down a 3, the 28th consecutive game that Jeff Boschee, the all-time leading three-point shooter in the history of the Jayhawks, has hit a three-point shot.
And that is not easy to do. He has been on that sideline most of this second half with 4 personal fouls. Just came in the game off the screen, fires away.
In the Big 12, Kansas on top at 15-0. Missouri at 9-6. John, how good, top to bottom, is the Big 12 this season?
Well, you're looking at the top 2 teams as potential #1 seeds. That is power and strength in itself. Texas, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech will all be in the NCAA tournament. Missouri probably will be there also. A solid league, top to bottom.
Gage will check out. Trayvon Bryant will check in. So, for the Missouri Tigers, Kroenke, Gilbert at the free throw line. Johnson and Rush. First is in. It is a 4-point Kansas lead. Free throw shooting today, Missouri 42%. 16 of 27. Kansas 16 of 23. It's a 3-point game. #1 on the line for the Jayhawks.
When software quickly connects supply and demand, that's 1 degree of separation. That's business with .NET from Microsoft.
So you sure this is okay? What if someone calls? What if someone calls?
Sometimes you feel like being dependable. Sometimes you just want to go for a drive. Chevy Impala.
I'll be there. Jerky?
Hey, Ray, look at this. Wall-to-wall entertainment.
You want entertainment, Carl?
I'll give you entertainment.
Look, Carl, I'm a maniac! Maniac!
No argument here.
Let's see their entertainment do this!
Whoa, Ray, I don't want to see anything do that.
At Blockbuster, the hottest new releases are guaranteed on DVD, so you'll always find the entertainment you want.
That's it, Carl! Shake what your mama gave ya!
Make it a Blockbuster night.
All right, Mike, we're here. Come on, let's go. Up and down.
morning, Mike.
Instant messaging from Sprint PCS. Proud sponsor of things fast, new, and really quite amazing.
And there you see the numbers with a 74-71 Kansas lead over Missouri with John Sunbold, Kevin Harlan. No team in college basketball this year has gone undefeated in conference play. Kansas trying to be the first this season.
Kevin, difficult when you start matching up with teams that know you so well. You play home and away, and you try to think, can you get through a league undefeated? And Roy Williams, they're on the verge of that now, but this is the most difficult building that these guys play in, year in, year out.
Miles looking for Gooden, who's going against Bryant. He's played a pretty good game against Gooden this afternoon. Bosher.
They have stayed on the floor with Drew Gooden and not taken any fakes. I think Bryant will pick up a foul trying to push Gooden off the block. Those are the types of fouls that sometimes wakes up an offensive player. I mean, Gooden getting pushed in the back, didn't like it.
So for the last 6 seasons, Missouri has dealt Kansas its first conference loss of the season, and twice, John, as Kansas was going undefeated in conference play. 15-1 in '97 for the Jayhawks, 15-1 in '98 for Kansas. Both losses, ironically enough, here in Columbia.
Right, you think of the '97 team. It was upset in the round of 16. Pollard, Vaughn, Haas, LaFrentz, Billy Thomas, Paul Pierce. Arizona knocked them off 85-82. This team is compared to that team, and we'll go back in double overtime. Corey Tate picks a ball off the floor to give North Stewart and the Missouri Tigers the win.
Kansas by 5 with 7:35 to play. Kind of defense for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, 2-3 zone right now. It's going to match up. You got Masai in the shooter in a hurry.
Rush continues to struggle, 6 of 19 from the field. Miles into Collison. There's a quiet second half going, although 21 points is second on the team. Heinrich has 23. Out of bounds, shot clock at 22 seconds.
Missouri on the offensive end, when they handle the ball, have more movement, they're getting better shots. When they have one pass, quick shot, they're not converting. Allows Kansas to come down, set up offensively. They're trying to get the ball Collison down low.
Rocky is out. Rush, Paulding, Gage, Gilbert, and Johnson the 5 for the Tigers. Collison, nice spin fade away, which puts the Jayhawks up 78-71. Gilbert's been quiet in the second half.
He has. They've done a nice job of quickly getting to him when he catches. Make him put it on the floor, try to beat you off the dribble. Not his game.
Gilbert's got 22. Inside a nice move and 2 right there. And it goes to Kareem Rush. 20 points for Rush, the junior. Langford. Good. And his first hit from the field in over 23 minutes.
And Rush, I would expect more from Gooden. The last 6 minutes of this game, he'll look to shoot it.
That's a shot 3 by Ricky Paulding. He's got 20 points for Missouri. 5 3-point hits for Paulding this afternoon. And we've got a 4-point game. Collison handcuffed inside. And a little bit too much so on a Missouri foul. With 6:04 to play.
Ball movement, body movement has freed up this Tiger offense. When they're patient, they've had open looks. Boshi got caught up on a screen down low. You mentioned Ricky Paulding, 5 for 6 from the 3-point line, 20 points. Another big afternoon.
Gage has the foul. Gage will take a breather. Collison now 10 of 11 shooting free throws tonight on 60 Minutes. No one is more persistent in lobbying the U.S. to invade Iraq and overthrow Saddam Hussein than this guy is. Just seen tonight on 60 Minutes. 6 minutes to play. Paulding open for 3. Bryant taps it in as he floats down the lane and brings the Tigers to within 3. Good. The drive in the set. Rebound by Arthur Johnson.
Gooden has been short on a number of shots this afternoon.
Gilbert.
Oh, tough basket.
It's a one-point game. The Missouri Tigers on a 7-1 run. Good. Double-teamed and fouled inside.
Good set play for Gooden to get the ball down low. Turn quickly to get the shot up.
Gilbert picked up the foul.
It looked like Arthur Johnson had a clean block, but Gilbert from behind couldn't go to the foul line.
Kansas has taken 27 free throw attempts this afternoon. Missouri, 28.
We'll take a look defensively as after the foul was called. Clarence Gilbert.
Through Gooden again. 3-point game and 5:14 to play. Gilbert has missed 6 consecutive three-point attempts. Johnson to make it a one-point game. Rejected by Collison. Gooden to Langford. Slithers down the lane. And the Jayhawks by 5 again with under 5 to play.
Once they have an opportunity, they take advantage. They don't pull it back out. They attack. Good block again by Collison. What an afternoon he has had.
Rush. And a foul on Kansas. Collison was in his way. And he picks up his third of the game with his 24 points. And a spectacular afternoon, 7 rebounds. Rush at the line. Rush hits it. The Jayhawks in the conference, which was then the Big 8 in 70-71 with Ted Owens as the coach, going 14-0. But Kansas, when they were in the Missouri Valley Conference in the early 20s, went 16-0. 22-23 season. Good.
Boy, cannot buy a basket. Halfway down. Good pass by Heinrich.
Missouri +2 in rebounding. Gilbert. They've doubled him every time he's got the ball. Rush against Heinrich.
Oh, good defense. Tough pass.
Holding into 3. Another block and another Kansas foul.
Kansas frustrated on the defensive end. They think the last 2 possessions they've gone straight up. Missouri attacking. Take a look at the defense on Rush by Heinrich. He will get up in the air, has nowhere to go, now makes the pass, and here comes Paulding. Inside. Quinn Snyder likes it.
Holding at the free throw line, a sophomore from Detroit, 75% free throw shooter. And with the conclusion of today's game, John and I will select the Chevrolet most valuable player of the game from each team. Chevrolet will make a contribution to each school's general scholarship fund. A tradition for 30 years. Holding again. 2-point game, 4:14 to play. Number 1, Kansas. Their arch rival, Missouri. Inside to the double team. Good. Intercepted by Rush. And Missouri can tie or take the lead with this possession. Rush for the tie. Rejected by Langford. And a charge on Rush.
They have made Rush put it on the floor. This time he comes full court. But attack the basket defensively. They try to get there. Jeff Boschee does.
The Missouri Tigers and Kareem Rush trying to redefine their season. They're within 2 of number 1 Kansas.
Chevy, the cars you can depend on, the cars that last.
I'll be there. Today, when a small business decides to expand, they're not just thinking about across the street. Because small business is about finding new ways to grow. We've created a new way to help. Open, the Small Business Network. New tools, services, and savings for a small business economy. From American Express.
Need to refuel? Try a new Reese's Fast Break. Milk chocolate, soft nougats, Reese's peanut butter.
Go, 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 go!
New Reese's Fast Break. Refuel and go.
Email from
home. Hello, Brian. Hi, Jennifer. Just writing to see. How is the training going? Are you eating well?
Introducing email that talks to you.
Are the people nice? I can't believe you made the ski team, ma'am. You are such a rock star. You must be working very hard. Conquer the mountain, dude. The mountain. The mountain.
Talking email from Sprint PCS, proud sponsor of things fast, new,
and really quite amazing.
Look! Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Ellie's renting again.
And Enterprise picked her up again.
She said Enterprise picks her up free.
Free?
Free.
Now that makes renting easy.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Hey, sports fans. For all of your news, scores, expert analysis, and fantasy advice, go to cbs.sportsline.com or AOL keyword CBS Sportsline.
Coming up after this game, we go to the Big Ten, where number 15, Illinois, will take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. The Illini and Minnesota next on CBS from Williams Arena on the campus. And there you take a look at Norm Stewart. What an incredible career he had here. 634 wins, 32 seasons, and the court is named the Norm Stewart coach with his beautiful wife, Virginia, and his son.
Over 700 total wins. He also coached at Northern Iowa prior to coming back to Missouri. All-American baseball and basketball player here.
And your coach.
Yes, sir.
Boshi is in with 4 fouls. Gooden is at an off-day shooting.
Expect better spacing this time then.
Heinrich has 23 points.
Better spacing allows looks for Heinrich or Boshi and frees up the inside.
He'll switch and a foul called on Collison. That was some kind of rebound inside by Justin Gage. If anybody gives the Tigers their teeth, it is Gage.
Now the good spin move by Heinrich and simply can't finish. And there's Justin Gage. You mentioned the all Big 12 wide receiver on the Missouri football team. The strength, the power comes up with that ball.
Kansas has lost 2 consecutive games here in Columbia. Gage at the free throw line. In this second half, the Missouri Tigers have gotten to within 1 twice, to within 2 3 times. They have trailed by as many as 11 early in the second half. And Missouri had the biggest lead of 8 early in the game.
It'll be interesting to watch the last 3:31 of this, Kevin. Which team is looser? Which one will have a smile on their face? Which one tenses up as this comes down the stretch?
Well, with an undefeated conference record riding on this game, I got to believe Kansas is very tight right now. We'll see how they perform. Missouri looking for the upset. Gooden trying to get free. He has had a horrible afternoon shooting. Saved by Heinrich. Great fake rush pit, and that drops in. And that gives the Kansas Jayhawks a 3-point lead. A 3 for the top.
I think you might match up with Clarence Gilbert as he's bringing it down the floor. Miscommunication. Gilbert with another one.
Collison for the lead.
Oh, what a touch.
Collison's got 26 points. Missouri is at 10 3-point shots this afternoon. Kansas 6.
March Madness. Great players making great plays.
Holman for the tie. He's got 23 points for Missouri. Langford. Oh, what a move! A mesmerizing move by the freshman. at Lincoln last week with a three-point shot.
The spin, and here's the grab by Gage, and the finish. We talked about Langford's confidence. Doesn't mind having the ball coming off the screen, looking for the shot. The ability to shoot the jump shot or put it on the floor to the rim, and also has a great mid-range game.
Gage is gone. Fouled out, but gives this team, like I said before, the toughness that at times they have lacked this season.
He is the one guy that will bang bodies underneath. You need a little push and a shove. Justin usually gets it for his team.
The Missouri Tigers, 43% from the field. Kansas, 50% from the floor. Turnovers, 13 for the #1 ranked Jayhawks and 12 for Missouri. And here is the CBS Sportsline stat of the game. The bench with the devastating Kansas Jayhawk advantage there. Get complete game stats at cbs.sportsline.com or America Online. Keyword CBS Sportsline. Kevin Harlan and John Sunbold in a frenzied Hearn Center in Columbia, Missouri.
Langford with 14 of the 18 bench points for Roy Williams.
Langford 1 of 2 from the stripe. Trying to complete the three-point play. Rebound by Paulding.
Wow, that barely touched the rim.
He's a freshman.
Hasn't played that way, though, outside of that free throw.
That's exactly right. Rush. Johnson. That ties the game at 91. The Missouri Tigers are looking to get their first lead since 36-35 in the first half.
The high screen and roll, and Arthur Johnson does not put the ball on the floor. Simply takes it straight up over the smaller man and converts. Tigers with the lead.
A #1 ranking and maybe an undefeated conference season on the line for the Jayhawks. Good. Heinrich. Oh, he's been right on the money all afternoon long. He's got 28 points.
Kansas has been in enough close ball games on the road. They won at Iowa State, overtime at Texas last Sunday by a point in Lincoln at Nebraska.
A career high for Collison with his 28. Johnson, shot clock at 20. Rush, inside for the lead. And a rebound by Gooden that couldn't have come at a better time. His first second-half rebound.
Well, I can't believe the shot. You have a 1-point lead on the road, a minute 10 left.
Timeout taken. Right now, let's take a look at our Nextel tournament favorite. In 1995's Western Region's second-round game against UCLA, Julian Winfield hit what he thought was the game-winning basket with under 10 seconds to play to give the Tigers a 1-point lead. UCLA called time, and Tyus Edney did the rest. UCLA won it 75-74, and they went on to the Final Four and to win the national championship. And there is a connection to Tyus Edney in this building today. The guy who played at the same high school as him. That mop of hair there belonging to Wesley Stokes.
And earlier this season, with 4.8 seconds left, Wesley Stokes took one coast to coast, the game winner over St. Louis University in St. Louis. Kevin surprised by the shot from Miles there so quickly.
Not as surprised as the Kansas coaching staff was. Roy Williams just about blew a gasket when he saw it. And on the floor now, they've got Langford, Boshi, Gooden, Collison, and Heinrich, and the freshman Miles on the bench.
Now learning lessons all the time.
You can see what the Tigers have done, dealing Kansas their first Big 12 loss in each of the last 6 seasons. Johnson, Gilbert, Paulding, Rush, along with Trayvon Bryant for the Missouri Tigers. 93-92 Kansas and a foul. It's Boshi. Nope, it's a travel.
Wow, a travel. And Boshi knew it right when it happened.
And that is a turnover for Missouri.
Take a look as he crosses over the dribble right here. He carries it, double dribble, great call. Boshi right on top of him. A lot of fans thought Boshi picked up his 5th. An outstanding free throw shooting team, this Kansas ball club.
Best in 9 years for the school. John, how does Kansas attack him here?
Well, you're poised. You've got good shooters. Keep the ball spread. Get it in Heinrich or Boshi coming off a screen. Got Collison and good down low.
What about Missouri's defense?
Got to stay with him. Stay in front. No fouls.
Heinrich, Gooden taps it in. What a play by Drew Gooden.
Quinn Snyder will want a timeout now to set up a three-point shot. Actually, there's no timeout. Need a 3 now. Some coaches foul in this situation.
Rush. Holding an interception by Boshi, who did the same thing in Lincoln last week. Great knockaway by Paulding.
Plenty of time left.
And a timeout taken by Missouri. What a finish. March has come in like a lion in the Big 12.
Yo, Terry.
What is it, Alf?
This buffet has no worms. It's uncivilized.
Well, then try something else.
Oh, hey.
Not my dollar, you overgrown throw rug.
I thought a dollar had no value.
Well, it does if you dial 10-10-220.
All calls up to 20 minutes are 99 cents.
Get out of town.
Yeah, and 7 cents a minute after 20.
All right, no dollars. Got any cats?
No. Furball.
Jealous?
Dial 10-10-220.
Moments ago, #1 ranked Kansas now leading by 3, 95-92.
The steal by Jeff Boshi, who thinks he has an open layup. The hustle by Ricky Paulding, good block. Could be costly. Now the Tigers have a chance. 6.2 seconds left, down 3.
The Kansas Jayhawks, the #1 ranked team in the country, the top scoring team in college basketball, the #1 shooting team nationwide. They come in 26-2, but 15-0 in Big 12 conference play. Missouri has ruined the same situation for the Jayhawks in the past. Will they do it again this afternoon? Missouri trying to better their lot in the upcoming NCAA tournament. They trail now 95-92 as the drama builds. We take a break from Columbia.
We got next.
All right, Webb.
Discover a sensation as real as the streets. Mountain Dew Code Red.
In and out. Good. Keep the victim calm.
And 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, there you go. It's over 130 channels, sports, news, entertainment, even your local channels, and it's only $39.99 a month.
Just $39.99 a month. Over 130 channels of DirecTV programming, even your local ones. Now get a DirecTV system for $49 or less, installed.
So it was the digital music that... Yeah.
One of the nation's most storied rivalries taking center stage today in Columbia, Missouri.
Josh Kroenke now in the lineup, another shooter for this Missouri team. Gilbert on the floor, Rush on the floor. Here we go, 6 seconds. Many teams foul in this situation, so they can't get a 3 up.
Gilbert for the tie. Rebound inside, taken by Heinrich, and Kansas as well. They have gone undefeated in conference play, the only team in college basketball's Division I to do so.
Impressive. What a year for this Kansas team.
Our Chevrolet most valuable players of the game. For Kansas, Nick Collison, a career-high 28 points. For Missouri, Ricky Paulding with 23. And Paulding this afternoon knocked down 5 3-point shots. Chevrolet will make a contribution to each school's general scholarship fund.
They got a look. Gilbert on the fly. Little strong, good block out from Kansas.